Hey guys, it's Karen. Hopefully, you guys will be able to hear me okay. I have to have my air conditioning unit running now up in my office. It's like 82 degrees outside, but well, I guess we're not doing that. Let me see. I forgot to install and relaunch the download on my OBS. Anyway, whatever, that distracted me. So yeah, it's like only 81 degrees outside, which is pretty pleasant in the shade, but my office faces directly west, and the afternoon sun has been beating down on my old ass house for several hours. And even though we have central air conditioning, it cannot cool the upstairs and yada, yada, yada. I have to run a portable AC unit behind me. So that being said, hopefully it's not going to be too loud. And today I have two dolls that I'm going to unbox. The first one is, they're both Barbies. One of them is a gift, so I'm super excited about that. It's a Mother's Day gift since my husband will be out of town and I'm going to have to be shuffling my son around and not really getting a Mother's Day. He purchased this doll for me. Supergirl Barbie doll. Now, I don't normally, even though I am like historically a nerd who has been following comics and sci-fi and fantasy TV shows, properties, movies, books, and of course the DC and Marvel universes way before the movies. I was collecting in the 80s and 90s, yada yada, and independent comics. I don't really have much swag, like dolls or figurines. I used to have a lot of Star Wars stuff, but that's another story. They went the way of my original Barbie collection. And they were OG Star Wars things. So I'm not getting her because of the fact that she's Supergirl. In fact, I haven't seen the show or the movie that this Supergirl is based off of. But I thought her costume was really nice, but especially I loved her face and her short hair. So that's why I wanted this doll. So, hey Mel, how are you? I'm going to open up, I'm just going to unbox this really quick and we'll take a look at her. So this doll is a, I believe it's on the Mattel website and Amazon for about $55. And this box is like Fort Knox. I'm having trouble opening it. The glue is really strong. I'm going to take her out of the box. I mainly want her, like I said, for her head and her hair. Although I think her costume is really nice. I don't really think I'm not going to keep her in the box, or maybe even her costume. We'll see. Let's get her out and take a look at her. You're back from your trip to Kentucky and it was awesome, I hope. So let's get this out. You all right? What are you coughing for? What's going on over there? Hey, Sabrina. Don't do it. Don't. Hey, don't do it. No, no. I can't tell if she's coughing or she's gonna puke. Hold on a second. Hey. Shh. Stop. 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 Come here. Stay. I don't want you to puke on me if it's puke. Stop. It's okay. It's all right. You're okay. Are you okay? Is she okay, Ladybug? She's okay. Were you coughing? Did you get something stuck in your throat? Are you okay? Yeah. I'm glad to hear that, Mel. Yeah, she stopped, so hopefully that was just coughing. Nobody wants to clean up puke today. And I'm sorry if you can hear the noise behind me. I have to have my AC running behind me. So let's unbox this. Just rip this crap off, even though I do try to save this because I use it for stabilizer when I'm sewing. Hey, stop. Stop. Shh. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Don't puke on my foot, for God's sake, whatever you do. Sometimes, you know, sometimes little dogs cough, and she doesn't do it all the time because she's still a young dog and hasn't hurt her, like her, I think she's fine with her heart and everything, but, all right. Ooh. Save this paper to reuse for sewing. Okay. So here she is. The Flash movie or show Supergirl. So I don't know if this is the TV show Flash or the movie Flash. I'm not sure at all. And you know, Supergirl in the original comics is a blonde, but let me see if I can look at her cute hair. So she's based on this actress. And I don't know about you, but there are not enough Barbies out there with short hair. You know, when we try to give them short hair and stuff, it usually looks very ratchet. And so, you know, I wish there were more Barbies with really short hair. So here she is on the back with her hair blowing in the wind as she flies. So yes, now my husband does follow all of these DC and Marvel things. I follow some of them. I don't generally like. I follow the Marvel movie. I follow the movies. I don't really follow the TV shows on the WB and stuff. And I've collected the comics off and on through my life. I was more of an independent comic collector, but I did keep up with some of the storylines in some of the years. So yeah, I'm not going to keep her in box. I want her out because when I saw her face and her haircut, I was like, I have to have her. Plus, her body type looks really interesting. So let's get her out and look at her. Why are you stuck here? So yeah, she was $55 signature, Barbie signature. So my husband, this is a Mother's Day gift. Apparently it's a passive-aggressive Mother's Day because I sent this to him like a while back, and I was like, oh, I want this doll. And then I was like, I sent him a text like a couple days ago because he got this off of Amazon, so with our Prime it came. I think he ordered it like the day before yesterday. And I was like, so when is Mother's Day? Because I honestly wasn't sure. I honestly wasn't sure. And then I'm like, and then I linked, I said, so my text was, when is Mother's Day? And I linked her on Amazon. And he's like, well, that was a passive-aggressive, evil email or text. And I was like, what? And he bought it. And then he's like, I got you your doll. Happy Mother's Day. So it's because my son and my husband are not going to be around for Mother's Day. So, and I have to drive my son around at soccer tournaments and stuff. And my husband's going to be out of town. So he took pity on me and bought me a doll since I couldn't have dinner or brunch or just a relaxing day. Although every day around here I'm pretty relaxed since I don't feel well all the time. So it's not like, I don't want to like misrepresent myself that I'm like a massively hardworking super mom, housewife, career woman that deserves a day. I am a sickly slack ass. So, but still. So I'm really happy to have her. I'm still trying to get her out. I don't know what kind of body she has. I feel like her knee is made to move. Like I thought she was just going to be like the other, you know, signature dolls of like the inspiring women dolls. Oh, her coat, her costume is really nice. It's a really nice fabric, and it's sewed in rather than those damn plastic tabs that leave holes in the fabric. So that's really nice. Her stand is behind her. The packaging on this, if I was going to keep it, I mean, I think she looks really good in the box if I was going to keep her in box, but Yeah, you know what's especially nice is he hates dolls, and he thinks they're all creepy, and yet he continues, and he doesn't like to come into my office where the dolls are, and yet he continues to buy me some when I ask. So even though he gives me grief about them, he also buys them for me. It's not like, did you guys see that sad, I don't know, whatever, I don't know the resolution, but earlier this week or last week, there was a reborn doll YouTuber, and she had to sell her dolls because her husband was making her sell, and that her husband and her kids were like, mocked her for her hobby, and then he put his foot down and was like forcing her. She kept saying, he's forcing me to sell my dolls, and I was thinking, I mean, I didn't really want to say too much about it because I don't know her or her situation, but yeah, nobody would force me unless like we were desperate and we needed the money, like for my kids' food or something. You know, that's one thing, but other than that, like, why couldn't he just let her put them in boxes and store them away? And or what is the problem? Like, he must have a real big problem with her. Like, if she said, okay, I won't buy any more, if it's the money thing, like, let her keep, he wouldn't even let her keep one. He wouldn't even let her keep one, she said in her video. And I was absolutely, you know, the feminist in me was like losing my damn mind, but I just said, I'm so sorry you're in this situation. Because, like, you know, I don't know what her beliefs are. I don't know what her situation is. You know, look, they did wonderful about sticking the tabs in, and yet they still... And is it necessary, really, to put... I keep wondering this. Wouldn't one tab in their head suffice? Why do they have to put 3? I wonder that, and it annoys me. So, I just hate them. All right. So, we have our authenticity, and this one actually has the name on it. Usually they're just this, like, they don't put the doll's name on these things. They just say this is certifies that you have a black label doll or signature doll, blah, 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 blah. So this one actually is different. I wonder if it's because it's licensed, they're licensing it from DC and they had to put credit on there. I'll just put that with my stash of other... oh my gosh, you guys, she's so cute. Look at her face. I don't know what this sculpt is or anything, but I mean, yeah, you would not have to be forced if it were. She's being forced. Like, so, and she said she had to endure their mockery and stuff, and she said the dolls brought her so much. I mean, she just sounded so sad, and I was like, God, like, this is her one thing, and the people that are supposed to love you can't accept it and are taking it away from you. That's not love. Like, it's not like she's a heroin addict or something. There's nothing, there's no harm in her. You know, he must really think it's they must think it's terrible. Like a terrible, you know, some people are really weirded out by doll collectors, and I just, you know, I think it's bullshit, frankly. And I wanted to tell her that, but when, again, I don't know her. Like, she's not even someone I had been sub to, and I don't think, it was just somebody else that I was sub to had told me about it. I'm trying to push these painful little things into her head without using my fingers because they hurt, so, but this one doesn't want to go. This one, let's see. I don't like to cut them too close when I'm getting them out of the box because I don't want to cut their hair and then they stick out too far. So then I just shove them into their head, and then I don't have to feel them with all the glue and gunk that's in there. Alright, hopefully I didn't split her head. Where is this one? Because I like to brush my doll's hair, and this gets in the way and, you know, pokes me. Get in there. Come on. I know that's what I'm saying. I don't know the husband's side of it and what it's doing to their family, but they shouldn't. The only reason to say that he and her children mocked her all the time, like I don't know. And it didn't seem like her collection was too large. She was only selling off like 5 dolls, and she was supposed to get rid of all of them. So, you know, again, if like he had said, that's fine, you can have these dolls, but you can't like spend any, you can't get any more. You know, if you want to get one more, you'll have to sell one, you know, or just keep what you have, or keep all, like, he wouldn't even let her keep one. He wouldn't even let her keep one doll. I mean, one doll, who is that hurting? So her hair is like wickedly gelled down. And so like my PETA doll, it looks like she is sewn into this outfit. So if I want to remove it, I am going to have to cut. I'm going to have to cut it. I'm going to have to seam rip it. I mean, her legs are made to move. She's got really pretty muscular thighs and muscular calves. And she has a little bit of a, you can see her biceps. Oh, she's got a nice little bicep here. So she must be on the, and she is definitely double jointed. So I hate to like cut, I want her out of this because I am absolutely in love with her. But I really don't want to cut it. Like I would have to seam rip it and then, you know, put like a button back here or something. It would ruin the value. It will ruin the value of the outfit. Wait a minute, it looks like there's like a, is this ladder stitched maybe? Because there's like a, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a little stitch right here. So yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. The material is extremely nice. The costume, this costume is amazing. I don't want to ruin it, but just like the PETA one in the Hunger Games, I want them out of them. And why did they do that? Why did they sew them into that? Why do you guys think they did that? I mean, because like if I got this for somebody, I know it's a collector doll, but you know, Supergirl isn't in her freaking superhero clothes all the time. She walks around like a normal person too. Oh, one interesting thing though, her ankles are not, they do not have a joint. They are like an old school Barbie or like a regular Playline Barbie. There's no joint here. So even though she has, how strange, why would you do that? Even though she has like the made to move, okay, so she's different. She doesn't have made to move here either. She's hard. Okay, so this is a strange doll. Sorry. I like slammed a cup of coffee before I went to take my son to soccer. She is Playline in the body. There's no joints. And she's Playline at the feet. Yeah, but if they leave her in this, she could stain over the years too. I mean, so she has double jointed knees for posability, and I can't quite tell about her. I think she's got made to move elbows, but her suit is so tight here, you can't quite get it up. It's very tight. Yeah, I don't know the situation. And her head only goes, it goes up and down. There it goes. So she has full rotation at her head. Her suit really is limiting her movement for posability. So, but she can't, I mean, so like what if you wanted to pose her like she was flying, right? Like, do, 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 do. So yeah, now I'm definitely going to get her out of this. But so she's on a strange hybrid body. But look at how big her thighs are. Like, she's not curvy. She's like on a sport body or something. Like a muscular, like kind of like the Billie Jean King body. But she didn't have the Billie Jean King. Wasn't she bigger? I don't remember. But she didn't have the jointed knees. I mean, she had jointed knees, but they weren't made to move. I really want to get her out of this. Should I take her out of this right now? Maybe. I just feel like, all right, we're just going to leave her for now. I could take her head off, leave her just in this, and then put her on a made to move so that I could swap her back. Um, or I could just make it so that I can get her costume on and off. The only problem with it is this is so tight. Like, I'll have to take her whole cape off. I'll have to untack her whole cape. And I don't know if it's sewn in. The cape looks like it's sewn into this seam, or is it just, no, maybe it's just tacked. I think it's just tacked on there in certain spots. So I'll have to untack the cape and then pop open this seam here. And it looks like it might be ladder stitched with a big stitch to get her out. Because I would want to put her back into it. So yeah, so that's unfortunate, because her head is just gorgeous. And you know, I'm finding that I like, so when I went and looked in Target at the Barbie Little Mermaid dolls, you know, I'm like so on the fence about them, and I don't like the Disney Ariel at all, which is a shame. I was really hoping to. It's like the Mattel one made the eyes too big, the Disney one made the eyes too small for the doll. I mean, that might be, she's beautiful in real life, and I don't notice her eyes are too small, but for some reason on the doll, you expect especially because it's a Disney doll, you expect the eyes to be a little bit bigger, like oversized, like exaggerated. And I do like the Mattel Ariel, but I couldn't find a single one that didn't have a pixelated, crappy screen face. And all of the sisters that I saw too, also, because they're Playline, and I'm like, I am not about that life. I don't. And then so I buy the expensive dolls because they're guaranteed to have nice, regular, normal face paintings and not like a digitally pixelated screen. So I don't know why they can't get it together with those colors being not pixelated just because they're digital. I don't know. It's so annoying that they're doing that. So, all right, let me open the second doll. Where did I put that box? Here it is. Now, this box I bought for myself yesterday. Hi, Tracy! And it came... Marna. Thora with those thunder thighs. Yeah, I don't know the situation. This one, so this is the Barbie Looks Buff Ken. I bought it last night. It came really fast. Usually my Prime shipping now is always 2 days, but this came today from Amazon, so they must have had one regionally in the warehouse. I am so on the fence with this guy. I don't know if I'm going to like him or not. I was planning on getting all of the Looks dolls. When I first started, I got all the first wave and all of the second wave. In this wave, so far, I only have 4 because I bought the signature. I bought 4 with the collector doll, and I was intending on getting all of them, but I still, I don't know. So I wasn't going to get him, but then I kept seeing everybody having him, and when I thought, you know, so he was sold out, he was sold out, he was sold out, and then I kept checking Amazon, and then they had him yesterday for $22. And, you know, people are selling him for 30 plus on the, you know, Mercari and eBay, so I don't know if they still have him right now. Because he goes fast, you know. They also, so I'm missing, I have her, I have him. These two are my favorite. I still don't have these two. I'm so on the fence about them, but I'm feeling kind of like, yeah, it really was fast, Marta. I didn't think I was going to get it till tomorrow, but it came really fast. I wasn't sure about him, and then, so I said, okay, fine, I'll get him. I'll check him out, because I've never had a buff Ken before, and I'm not really in love with this. I'm like on the fence with his hair and his face, so, and then these two girls I'm on the fence with. Like, I think this one is really pretty, but we had just gotten a gorgeous redhead with curls, so I'm like, why did we get another one? And then this girl is just kind of a plain Jane, but I think she's really sweet. And so I think I am going to get these later, but I'm going to keep looking for them on Amazon when they're like, you know, regular price, or if they, because, you know, it seems like they go in and out of stock, in and out of stock. Or I might catch them on a sale. So I eventually probably will get the other two this year. I'm not sure when. I happened to get a commission payment that was enough to buy him, so I got him. And so let's take a look at him now and see if I like him or not. I don't know. I heard that he has the same face sculpt as that red-headed BMR guy with the freckles, with the crazy red hair. And yeah, her body is so nice. I really like this girl. I'm really happy I have her. Now I just have to get her out of this outfit. So, because I want to style her. But she's going to have to only wear high heels, I guess. Alright, so, I don't know, there's like, I don't know what it is about his face, that he's not ugly, and I really like, you know, the 5 o'clock shadow stubble, and I like that he's a brunette, and he's got brown eyes. I just hate these. It's so awful. These clothes are so awful in this wave. They're just disgusting. Yeah, the redhead is gorgeous. Again, it's like, I'm just not being drawn to her because of the way she's styled and the fact that I have the other redhead and who's got more of an orange, like a ginger red. This girl has like a true red hair, like a not realistic red, and it's curly. So I was thinking maybe I should buy her and then do a boil wash and straighten her hair out, because I bet she'd look stunning with, like, straight hair. Alright, let's get this dude out. It's nice that he's huge. Jesus. It's nice that he has, like, these blue tennis shoes instead of white. So, yeah, I'm just not, I don't know, you guys. Like, I don't like the way that his hands are. Like, he can hold, because I guess what? He was supposed to be the Superman sculpt, and was he holding stuff, or was it so he could, like, fly with his fists like Superman does? Or, I don't know. I never saw that Superman, so I don't know anything about it. And I'm kind of thinking, but I'm not sure. I'm kind of thinking of taking the head off of PETA and putting him on here. Because PETA needs a made-to-move body, and I'm not, like, in love with this head. So maybe. I'm going to compare him to a regular doll. I know everybody's gotten this doll and everybody's seen it. Not a lot of people so far I've seen getting the Supergirl. Lissa just posted her, and I was like, oh, Lissa, I hope I get her. That was before my husband had agreed to get her for me, the sweetheart that he is. So let's find his certificate and his stand. Yeah, this doesn't say which looks it is. It just says Barbie looks. So, I don't know. Maybe his face will grow on me. He just kind of looks a little like this guy looks like a dumb gym bro. Like, he just looks like a dumb jock, and he just has that dumb jock look to him. He's not ugly at all. He's a handsome dude, but also, have you guys seen the Margot Robbie Barbie that was, like, couple people had it on their channels today? Did you see what she's the first Barbie movie doll? I'm kind of disappointed in her. I'm not gonna lie. Holy crap, this guy. So I know that Ellie made him, said that he's going to be, like, his pants are all going to need to be, his leg is kind of loose. He's going to need all different pants because his thighs are so ginormous and jacked. Here, let's get him undressed so we can compare and see. I don't mind the shorts. They're just kind of, why couldn't they, you know what would have been an amazing color block for this series? If they had done, like, white and tans. Like neutrals, like whites, color blocked white and neutrals. That would have been amazing and so versatile and so classy, and would have kind of gone with the other black and white and black and silver if they did white and or even black and brown. Like, I really wish they had thought this through, because this color block outfits, these are just almost as bad. There's literally only one outfit that I like in this whole one, and that was the wide flared pants and tank top on the AA girl. And the rest are just disgusting. I really hate to say it. They're just as bad as the BMR outfits. Like, the dolls themselves are great. And I know that these are supposed to be restyled, but you know, there's a lot of doll, like, couldn't they at least come with something neutral and nice to wear instead of this? Or different colors even. Why did they choose these? Like, I like a yellow, green, and an orange together, but this is like, Jesus Christ, I don't know. Like, I'm saying like a lot right now. I'm just so irritated at the designer over there for doing this. They have, like, brilliant designers and all this money and all these concepts and that they could come up with, and this is what they chose. Like, come on, guys. So, but keep making the look dolls. I'm not complaining. Send them to me naked if you have to. Made in Indonesia, not China. Mattel 2022, made in Indonesia. The gold number instead of the silver. Apparently, if you look this bottom number up, I think it was the bottom number up, you can find out what doll there's like a database somewhere. In one of the Barbie groups, you guys, there's a dude who's taking the, wow, look at this giant arm socket. There's a dude who's taking these dolls and shaving down the underwear line so it looks like they're naked, and then giving them a prosthetic private part. I don't have a problem with that, but some people are quite outraged. It's pretty funny. Oh my gosh. So, and then, you know, painting on nipples and stuff, making them like real anatomically correct. I don't really feel the need to have them anatomically correct, but I don't mind looking if you're made an anatomically correct doll. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So I don't know that these guys would work. Peeta's a little bit browner, sadly. But I would like to give Peeta a made to move, because I think he's just in a regular articulated body, and which I don't mind, but so I need to compare him to a naked guy. Yeah, they did look classy last time. And even though I personally didn't like all of the pieces with the silver, I loved the white and black. The very first line, really good. There were some really cute pieces in that. The second one was because they were going out on the town. They were kind of more specific. And then, but still a lot more versatile. And then this line, just like ridiculous. What do you think? Do you think he could get away with it? This guy's a little bit lighter and more red toned than Peeta. But I just love this Peeta. He's got this nice strong jaw that would look good with a buff body. Or maybe I just want him to be normal. He can't even really sit down in this outfit. Again, this one is sewn in. So I need to untack it to get him out. So I think I would need to untack it and then put like a button, like a black button here, and you know, some cord here to close it. Which, if I ever wanted to get it back on him, I have the BMR glasses on him. All right, wait. Let's get. So he has the same skin tone, it looks like, as Peeta. I could change his. And I don't know if my guy is just not as endowed in the chin as some of the others, or if because, you know, he's an Amazon one, he's missing some paint there. But you know, not all guys are, their beards aren't. It's okay to me. I don't really care. His hair is really nicely flocked. Again, they make these, I don't know why, to get it back, they have to make it ridiculously long, and then they have to glue it with product. And I wish it was just short. They've done this on all the pixie cuts. I mean, this is not a pixie cut. Look at how long this is. So, I mean, but I like that it's like up. So I might try to, I've seen a lot of people take these and then rebody them, you know. And like there was one of the Brandon heads from this wave on Mercari for $7, and I was so tempted. Usually people, Peta's face is too slim for the body, so you think no, Marna? I'm just curious to see if this generic outfit will fit. Like, maybe the shirt will fit, but I don't know about the pants. Obviously the pants probably won't, because these aren't stretch material. So like I'll have to get Barbie pant pattern and then adjust it to fit him. He's gonna look, this outfit is not the sexiest, so, but we'll just throw it on him because, oh, first let's compare their bodies. These two look like they could be brothers. I mean, their hair is exactly the same except parted on the side. This guy looks like he has a cleft in his chin. And what do you think? Brothers or not brothers? Brothers from another mother? So when you pull this guy's arm out, you don't really see into his joints very much. When you pull this guy's arm out, you see the giant ball joint. His arms are just so strange to me. Like they're just, I like skinny guys, I like average guys, but you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 60s and 70s, come on. I'll take that any day, right? So, but to me, he looks, so it's not that I'm against the buff. It's not that I'm against buff bodies. It's just, I don't know. Where's my little tape measure? I'm just kind of curious to see, or another father. You think they do look like brothers, Tracy? All right, let's measure his thigh, the girth of his thigh. The fattest part is what, 9 centimeters? Is that 9? About 9 centimeters at the fattest part, maybe? Am I reading this right, guys? And then might even be a little bit more. I might not have gotten it. And then this guy is about 7.5. So that's a lot. Or almost 7. So that's a lot. And so let's see. His hips. His hips are about 4. And see if his hips are the same. They don't look the same. He looks massive. And his calves are obviously massive. His hips are about the same. So his hips are about the same. His calves . His calves are about 7. So his calves at their widest part are as thick as this dude's thighs. Like, so yeah, this might he is going to need his own patterns for sure. And he's at 6. He's at 6 on his calves, so he's much more in proportion. This guy is 7 and 9, and this guy is 7 and 9, and this guy is 7 and 6. So I just think this body is a lot more elegant, but I really like the definition of the, I really like this body. I just don't, I don't know. I got to get him in some clothes. I got to make him some clothes. This guy's bicep and tricep comes to 5.5. And on this massive man, and his shoulders are enormous. Come on, is your arm busted? Let's go. I should write these numbers down. So so around his bicep, good God. Stop it. Six. You turned the blonde into a redhead for your dolly drama. You turned this guy into a redhead? How did you do that? Did you reroute him? I like this guy. I like all the Kens of the looks. And so tomorrow or later today, oh my God, if it comes later today, you guys, I have the Barbie. I didn't expect all these dolls to come at once. My husband lent me the money to get the Barbie style 2-pack Ken and Barbie in the beach outfits. I don't know if it's coming today or tomorrow. I think it was supposed to come today, but I'm not sure. It has been shipped at least. It said it was shipped, but then I don't know. Maybe it'll come tomorrow or Saturday. So I really should do actual unboxing videos on these things, and I might do like a little recap on him. I don't know. I just, you know me, I'm lazy. The doll saga of the eBay doll that was missing has been solved, and I did record my opening of that earlier. I'll post that for tomorrow, I think. So, and then his shoulders, like, let's see how wide he is across, like, see how, like, his arm size is, or whatever, his armpit. He's, geez, he's like 8 inches almost, 7.5, 8 inches there. And this guy here is 6. And he's only 1.5 to his armpit, and this guy's about 2. Yeah, here I am saying, oh, you know, I'm not having any more dolls come, and then look at this. Mattel released a bunch of shit. Oh, I'm so bad. I like to measure with centimeters and millimeters when I'm doing 12-inch dolls because it's easier to get an exact number than dealing with fractions, which I am no good at with inches. So, like, I'm okay with halves and wholes, but once you start getting anything less than that, forget about it. So he is 6 inches around. Wait a minute. Not inches, God. He's about 6 centimeters around his upper chest, and the slimmer guy is. So I'm like a little bit, if the screening is good on all of the, I might kind of go, it depends. Like, I think the outfits are going to be like insane for the Barbie movie dolls that are coming. And I might kind of go crazy. I mean, if they're Playline, at least they'll be cheap. But if their screening is crap, I don't know. And this guy is... that guy was 6 centimeters around. And this dude is about 5. So this guy's got 1 to 2 centimeters around on... You have a few coming. Darren ordered me one today from Amazon. Is it a Rainbow High, Marna? Did you get a good Rainbow High sale? see if your legs will. His leg doesn't really want to. He's got a different leg joint. A different knee structure. So he doesn't bend quite as far as the other guy does. But he can sit all the way, it looks like. He also, like, again, he looks like a gym bro. He's got that, my son kind of has it too. He's got that athlete's build, that, not the muscles, but the way their back is arched and they stand so straight up. You know, I've noticed, like, I didn't teach my son that. He just naturally acquired it from doing high school sports and stuff. And I hung out with the artists and the theater kids, and the guys that I hung out with didn't stand like that. So it's some kind of... Oh, you bought the boy cruise sling? Jealous. Tracy, you just had a video. I just saw it when I went to turn this on. I just saw it on your boy came, right? I'll have to watch that video. It wasn't there earlier. You know, I didn't notice this before until I got my other look style, but his elbows are darker, and so are his knees, just like on my blonde, curly-haired one that I got from this wave. And I didn't notice it at first. And that actually kind of bothers me. Not all of them are like this. So, yeah. So wait, the last thing I'm going to do here is, we'll see how badly this does not fit. Yeah, I didn't see, I always look at subscriptions, and not everything always comes through truthfully on my subs feed. So, I need to make a lot of Ken dolls. I am not, yeah, I'm not, okay, this is sort of fitting him, but it's because it's a stretch knit, this is fitting him. So it seems like stretch knits are going to do better on the buff Ken, but I'm gonna, this is stretchy everywhere, so it's fitting him okay. He looks manly in it. I'm gonna guess these won't fit. You did? He's nice and cute. You did hair dye. I'm really scared to do that. I'm like really scared to do that. I know I've seen some doll, even like my Froggy stuff, she's dyed the hair on her peaches and her she dyed the Rainbow High Girl that's like a peachy orange. She dyed her hair black. But I'm afraid A, I'm going to get the dye all over the doll. And B, I'm afraid that it's going to leach out and stain the doll's head, but I'm sure it won't. I really want that boy too, but he's not in the cards right now. I honestly wasn't. So, oh, this is actually going up over his legs. Because it was a baggy pant, like it wasn't a form-fitting narrow pant, it actually went up, but will it go in the back? Yes, it will. Color me shocked. And honestly, I feel like, and it's funny because my son is a runner and a soccer player, so he has enormous thighs, and this is what, sometimes it is hard to find him pants because his thighs are so big, because they're so muscular. So they're tight in the thighs, just like with my son. I'm actually shocked. This looks really nice on him. It fits him perfectly, like, you know, because it had ease in it. It wasn't a skin tight pant. It was more of a loose fitting trouser. So due to the stretch of this one and their hips being the same and there being enough give and ease throughout his leg here, these AliExpress / these actually came from Amazon, but you know they're a Chinese outfit. So these AliExpress / Amazon clothes fit him. I mean, and then I just wanted to compare their feet and see. So just like with the curvy girls, these Ken feet are a lot larger. Marna, do you think that a cruisling foot is the same size as this Ken foot? Oh my God. These are longer. They're longer, but I wonder if she could fit into these Ken shoes. No, because her foot is too wide. What about these? I think if she wasn't wearing these tights, I could probably cram her feet, but then they would be huge because it's too long. But I thought, oh man, she's not that far off. Except that she's wide. Yay. Yeah, I want more like different, I want a blonde and the blonde boy. So, oh, her hair thing fell out. Her hair this is literally, I just literally pinned it into her hair back here. So it's not in her head or anything. It was just in that. I could just put it in her head, but it's just in her hair, holding it down. Yeah, they're so big. This pin is no longer in the right position. It's all right. She doesn't need to wear it. Yeah, they are really big. I'm shocked that he fits into that. Well, I mean, so that is a good thing. Like, you could probably then, if you have a pair of cheap, like I could probably deconstruct one of the ones that I don't like so well and use it as a pattern to make pants. I'll have to tell Ellie this because I know in her video when she unboxed him, she was going to make. And by the way, we're probably going to do a sewing challenge for this doll. So if anybody has him, I'll probably, anybody that has him, we could probably invite. I don't know who that does the sewing and stuff though has him. So, but I could host the challenge if anybody else wanted to join in. You're so manly, Ken. Let's put him in Ken's outfit just to see how it fits a regular size Made to Move Ken. Marna, you don't really have that many Lux dolls, do you? Or do you have them? I can't remember. What about you guys? Who else has the Lux dolls? Gigi Ma, how many do you have? Tracy, do you have any? Interesting. So this looks like it fits him just fine. It's just looser in the shoulder, and because it's a raglan, which I love, I wish I had some more raglan Ken clothes. Maybe since this is so ugly, I can make a pattern out of it. Because it's a raglan, it has that, you don't have to worry about the seam being on like gigantic here. So this shirt fits him really nicely, honestly. And it's nice and long on him, unlike this one is a little short for my taste. But all right, where are those hideous shorts? No, you don't have any? You know, after starting collecting dolls for the last couple of years during the pandemic and stuff, I had a lot of Barbies growing up and some other dolls, but I wasn't, you know, the pandemic and my illness and everything really got me going into collecting because it was giving me happiness. So these are a little bit, look at how funny they are on the thighs. They're like, it's like a skirt almost. Oh, the now looks, the look, and Ken 1976, very vintage, the now look Ken 1970. Yeah, I've discovered that it really is Barbie and Blythe are my top two. I loved Barbies as a kid, and that has not gone away. I can't. Oh, cool, for Flashback Friday? Good. That'll be cool. I'm gonna go, after I get off, I'm gonna go watch your boy Cruisling opening, because I'm like, so these shorts are not stretchy, so they look like a skirt on him, but they fit, and they're a little loose around the hip, but not bad. They probably are being held up on the other Ken by the thighs. So I would say that the shirt, if it wasn't disgusting colors. Actually, the shirt doesn't look bad. It just needs to be in a different, like it's fine just as like a basic tee, but not with these royal blue shorts. Oh my god. Seriously. Yeah, now I really want to make him some clothes. I don't want him to be dressed in this. Yeah, so that's all I got. Unless that other doll comes. Until that other... So, yeah, I did a very, very short video on that Ginny doll that came. The Ginny doll did come. I'll show it. It's an 8-inch... It's a little 8-inch doll from the 80s. It's an 1980s Ginny doll with the original Ginny face, not the skinny Ginny. So I will probably post that tonight. And you think they fit curvy? I don't know, because the thighs might fit, but these hips are really wide. Let's try it. But I bet you're right, the thighs, I can measure those thighs and see if they're the same as his. Like, I might have trouble finding clothes for the Supergirl, too. Oh. Well. They barely fit in the back, Marna. Okay, so these actually look, but can she sit in them? Not really. Barely. Barely. It's barely hanging on by a thread and gives her plumber's butt. If she wasn't wearing her underwear, she'd have plumber's crack showing. If she had a thong, remember in the 2000s how all the girls would wear thongs and then they'd have plumber's crack every time they sat down with their thong showing? It annoyed me. I mean, if you pull it up high enough. So yes, these do. You could definitely get away with these, especially in, you know, for pictures and stuff. In fact, they look better on her than they do on him. They look better because the color is much more appropriate for a girl than a dude. And yes, you know, there's such a big controversy about that new 2-pack. In my world, that blonde Ken that's with Barbie is definitely her younger gay brother. Because he is so, he just looks so fierce and, you know, this is like macho straight man stereotype. Although there are plenty of gay men that look like this dude. I follow a lot of gay accounts of various stripes, and they come in every... I'm trying not to be stereotypical. I just realized I sounded stereotypical. I'm not trying to be stereotypical, but in my world, this guy looks like a freaking dumb himbo gym rat. Like, he's not the brightest, you know, but he's a nice dude, and he works out all the time. His shoulders are straight. There we go, loosen up. So, and a guy like this, is he tall or is he the same height? He's the same height. I don't know, his face is growing on me. I don't think, part of the reason I don't like this guy is I felt his eyes were kind of too close together, but on mine they seem appropriate. They seem, so like when you're drawing the human face, the corner of the tear duct, like for an ideal face, the corner of the tear duct should meet the outside. If the nose, these eyes should be they should be an eye width apart. And I guess that's what it should be. They should be an eye width apart. And sometimes I felt his eyes were too close together. Let's hold on now. Hold on, let's see. I mean, I don't mind. It would be, with the diversity that they are, with the diversity that they have now, I like all the different looks, you know, and different types of people, but they don't have a lot of, All right, that is half. His eye is about half. That's about 5 millimeters or half a centimeter. So are they a half a centimeter apart? They are slightly narrow, which is fine. There are people in real life that have very narrow eyes. They don't have a full. So you're just gonna mark on your face, buddy? Yeah, his paint has been rubbed off a little bit here or was like misapplied there. But you know what? There's a lot of guys that have sparse hair there. And that's why they keep it groomed like this, because it's not full. They can't grow a full beard. So I just put a mark on him there too. Oh well, it doesn't matter. So yeah, so that sort of bothers me sometimes. And this guy, but I mean, I notice these things as an artist. This guy also has like lower eyelashes. I do not like lower eyelashes on I don't like lashes on boy dolls. So that is another good thing about this guy, is that I don't see his lashes. I'll tell you what I wish they made a little bit more masculine is Blythe boys. Because whenever you make a boy Blythe, they are always have to be young. They're always young boys. They're never, their bodies are, you know, kind of more, they still don't have like a grown-ass, like the A-zone bodies for the Blythes are grown-ass women with nipples that pop out, right? The big boobs and nipples. And yet the boy Blythes don't have a nice, like, cruising straight body, you know. They have a nipped-in waist. And a lot of the Japanese male dolls have that. I don't know if it's the anime influence or what. Even if you get, like, a smooth chest on them, they still have a nipped-in waist. And boys are more, and girls when they're young also, they are, you know, they're just straight. They're like little tubes. And so, I mean, my son never had a nipped-in waist when he was little. And then the faces, you know, they don't offer, you have to do a lot of sculpting on them. I don't know. I like boy Blythes, and I like young boy Blythes. They are so adorable. Like, so many custom boy Blythes are just freaking cute as sin. But I don't know. I wish that we could have a teenage boy Blythe, you know, like we have a teenage. Blythe can be anything from like a little girl to like a teenager or even a young 20-something. And we don't have that for boy Blythe. So the same with the Rainbow High. Yeah, I don't like the Rainbow High, but they, you know, those are based on even the animated characters. The Monster Highs, the boys look more masculine. However, I don't like Monster High, so I don't collect. Excuse me. Oh, bless me. Sorry, guys. I don't like Monster. I mean, Monster High is not to my taste. I'm not a Monster High collector. So, and here, his eyes are a little. Yes, his eyes are not. His eyes are I think his eyes are an eye length apart. They are not a little narrow, and although this one seems to have been screened in a little, like they've been screened this way, they're a little bit wonky, but it's okay. But they are a full eye length. Yeah, I don't like his eyelashes. So, not that, and you know what's funny is that I don't know about you with your husbands or your boyfriends and stuff, but guys have longer eyelashes than women do. We have to like put mascara in, and then I like look at, you know, my son or my husband, and I'm like, dang it, why aren't my eyelashes that thick and black and long, you know? Mine are only like that with mascara. So, yeah, Bratz is also another line I don't think I've seen a Bratz boy. I've seen the Bratz girls. I really like the fashions that Bratz had, but I cannot stand their heads and their faces and their. I really like their clothes. I don't like the fact that you have to pull off their legs to put in that they're like, you know, for their shoes, because their clothes are so tight and their feet are so big. I love the big feet, but the fact that they have such big feet, you have to pull them off to get them dressed. And I don't like the puffy fish lip filler look. tiny nose, big ass lip filler, injections everywhere. I don't like that in real life. I don't like that on the dolls. But that's, again, other people love it, to each their own, right? I am not going to judge. Yeah, this suits her much better. So you could actually use this as a curvy girl pattern. I would only probably give her a little bit more. Look how this is kind of folded over, it's just folded over. It's not sewn nicely. That is not good. So I would have sewn this down. This is kind of cheaply made, Mattel. I would have top stitched that and not just folded it. So you could take this off and just give her a little bit more room, like a hair's breadth more room, and then use this as like a pattern, a Barbie pattern for curvy. Yeah, I mean, do you know how many channels I watch that literally it's all like, I watch so many channels and it's mostly Rainbow. I mean, all they do is Rainbow High and Monster High and, and then Barbies. But I watch so much Rainbow High content, and yet, why is your joint not working, girl? I don't like them myself, and yet I watch all of it. Like, I'm totally up to date on Monster High. I find them interesting, but I would not spend my doll money on them. Just like I keep getting tempted by Reborns, but I realize I am not the doll owner that could have a Reborn. I would chip off all of its paint and devalue the damn thing. I cannot, in my current life, and even maybe then, would I be a good Reborn doll mom, unless it was a sculpt that I got cheap and, like a recast, and painted myself so that I could fix it up or whatever. But I would not have a Reborn by a doll, like a really nice doll artist, and spend thousands of dollars on it, and I would ruin the dang thing. I would ruin it, and that's right. And I like watching people be enthusiastic about dolls, and I like watching about all kinds of dolls and toys, like not all of them, but like miniatures and dolls, all things dollhouses and dolls and all that. I enjoy watching all of that. I like watching repaints although I've really stopped watching them because I'm so sick of watching Monster High repaints. I can't even tell you. I'm just sick of it. They all are Monster High repaints. Most of the channels do Monster High, and I'm tired of them. It's not that they don't do beautiful work, but it's like you've seen somebody amazingly paint one Monster High doll, you've seen 100 of their videos. I get a little tired of yet another amazing Monster High sculpt. I wish they would. I wish they would branch out to more things, but that's okay. That's what they love. That's what their customers love. So, more power to them. I'm not here. I just scaled back on my doll on watching their channels, but doesn't mean that I still don't think they're amazing artists or anything. Unless it's a really unique outcome or a really unique doll or a different doll that they're working on, I just don't really bother with it anymore because I have so many, other doll friends that I would love to watch videos on. And Tracy, I have no way to properly display a Reborn doll. Yeah, like I was listening last night to Little Waddle Nursery, and she was posting one of her like high end and talking about it, and I was like, yeah, there's no way. There's no, yeah, they're massively outside my budget too. I couldn't afford that. Like I just discovered the ruby. It's funny because I suddenly on Instagram and on Facebook, the ruby red fashion doll or fashion friends, their 14 and 12 inch dolls showed up on my Instagram as an ad. And then I saw somebody like Dee's Hobbies or somebody else like posted a video that she had a couple that she was going to do Marna's 14 inch pattern for. And I was like they're just showing up everywhere all of a sudden. And I really Really like them. They're articulated 14-inch dolls. They're childlike, and kind of like a ballerina articulated body with a younger face like a ballerina, but a different sculptress. Somebody, I don't know. Anyway, was it Dee's Hobbies or Holly? Somebody in our group, that is in the group, had just posted. She posted 2 of them. And I have been, yeah, Ruby Red Fashion Friends. Yes. So. And I was looking at them, and it's like, $129 for the 14-inch and $69 for the 12-inch. And on Amazon, nobody's selling them, or I mean, not on Amazon, on eBay, and on Mercari, there's no good prices for them. Even if they're out of the box. I mean, I could get I think there was a couple $40 12-inch girls out of the box. But everybody was selling them full price, and they're even the ones that were on the website right now. And I'm like, this is not an unboxed doll, people. Why are you, come on. So, because maybe if I could find one used, so I've started stalking them, or maybe, I'll spend that much money on a Blythe or more on a Blythe, right? So once a year or once a year usually, will I get a new Blythe. And I already got my Blythe for this year, so I'm not getting another one new in box. No, not any. Also, there's kind of a controversy around the Blythe dolls right now, and I don't know if you guys have heard about this. So, they're not being made by Takara anymore. They're being made by Good Smile Company. But there's a problem with the Good Smile Company in the fact that the company had, a few years back, had invested money into 4chan, the toxic hate forum that I've known about since way before I mean, I've been following 4chan for a bazillion years, and I dislike them intensely. And there's a lot of awful people on there, and they're a known hate site. So the fact that that company, Good Smile Company, had invested has got a lot of people I'm not buying any more lights until. So I'm not necessarily going to go that far. It seems like the Good Smile Company is trying to get rid of their holdings in 4chan now that they've been outed, or that people have noticed it. I don't want to not support Junie Moon and Junko Wong. I don't, because I want Blythe to keep going. But I really have a problem giving my money to somebody that's in bed with 4chan. Really, so and other people don't have that crisis of conscience because other people don't care or don't. But for me, it is a problem because, so but I wouldn't be oh my God, I bought Suri, and Suri is a Good Smile Company doll. I bought her before, and I have a few Takaras, and there's plenty of Takaras, and I prefer buying them used. And there are plenty of Takaras that I have that are, what am I trying to say? That I don't have. There are plenty of Takara releases that I do not have and that I want. So there's no shortage of me buying Blythes, stock Blythes, during this, morality crisis until I see what Good Smile Company. And I think the reason Good Smile Company invested in them in the first place, I mean, there's probably many reasons, but I'm going to, the nice assumption that I have of that is that there's a huge anime, they're huge anime fans, a lot of the users over there, because it started out as a Japanese site and now it's an international one, but whatever. And I think that they, a lot of their buyers purchase anime merch from Good Smile Company, and that's what they made and do make mostly, so I think it has something to do with their wanting to, because I think the company needed money, and it was probably a business decision, but maybe not. So I really like the fairy, the new Good Smile fairy with the green dress and the coat. I love that one because I love the stock. But I don't have the budget to be spending money on on a Blythe, a new inbox Blythe, unless it's really different or I really, really love it. And yeah, but the other problem with a Good Smile company is when I read into them, there was like some sketchy other stuff. But you know, every company has its good and bad actors. So, you know, if they clean up their act and they get out of... So what I'm saying is I'm happy I purchased her. I don't, unless there's something phenomenal that comes out later in the year. I mean, they're all phenomenal, but like something that is just like, oh my God, I have to have that doll. I'm not going to... This is my one purchase for the year. Because again, I can't buy more. And some years I probably won't be able to buy any. And then I'll have to look for them used in the secondhand market, which is fine. Because I like to get them used. I like to get them used. I don't need their box, and I really don't need their stock, although it's good if they have it, you know. So, yeah, but I got her because she was so different, you know. I didn't have a tan girl in my collection, and she was the first. Like, I was like, I have Takara's, I need a Good Smile, and then she was so different. I was like, yeah, I have to have this girl. So, I didn't put closures on this because it suggested Velcro, and I really think Velcro would be appropriate for this dress. You know me, I don't ever close anything. But I don't have Velcro right now, and I don't want to do snaps. So I really need to make this pattern again in some groovy fabric. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, Marna, that's how I am. I was like, I needed at least one Good Smile company because, you know, who knows what the doll budget's going to be in a couple of years, or what my doll budget's going to be later this year or like next year. But I had it at the time, and, you know, sometimes I do like to ask my husband for my birthday, like, can I have a new Blythe, you know, or for Christmas, depending on what's going on. That's like one time he'll splurge on me, and that's the only present I get is like, you know, a new Blythe. So who's to say that there won't be another Good Smile company, like another... I just, you know, I have my one... I like the new blondes they're coming out, and again, the stock on that one, the fairy one with the green ruffly dress, it's so pretty. God, I really want that stock, but not enough to buy the doll. And I keep looking at blondes, and I mean, my Odette, I'm just so like entranced with her as my blonde. Like, unless it's a really special blonde, or something, I don't know. I haven't fallen in love with another blonde yet enough to purchase it and their stock. So, you know, it just depends. I don't know what's going to happen. And then, you know, of course, since I'm not like a doll snob and I buy fakies, you know, how many beautiful fakes can I buy? So I don't know. Anyway, I didn't know if you guys were aware of that controversy. It's out there. And of course, you know, people are still buying Blythe, and then there are other people who are really upset about it, and I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm not going to like... I wouldn't want to shut down Junko... I mean, I wouldn't want to shut down Junko Wong or Blythe because I'm offended. I just won't buy any right now. And I won't scream at her and like, are you going to... What's your position? And, you know, I have plenty of Blythes to still collect, and I'll make my decision then. And I'm not going to yell at anybody who doesn't... If it's not a problem for somebody else, I don't care how they spend their money. Like, I'm not going to, like, police them or say, did you know? I mean, let's see what you guys are saying. So fast. They're putting them out so fast. Every company is about profit. That's true. I would like one Good Smile just so I have one in my collection. Exactly. I would like to have every bit of the doll and her stock to justify the purchase. Yeah, that's why I only spend full price on brand new dolls. And they'd have to be really discounted. Like, you know, there's certain dolls that I have that are Grail dolls that, you know, are like $500 used. And, you know, if I found one without her stock and stuff, that might be fine. Like Anna Sui, I don't need her stock. I love the doll, but I wouldn't pay full price for that. I wouldn't pay the full going collector used price for her unless she had full stock, you know what I mean? I have noticed that my stock, I hate that they call them stock, collection does not have a brunette. Really, Marta? It looks like you need to be shopping for a brunette. I might have put bids in on Brunette Kenners. Oh, you know, that's another doll. I keep thinking I would love to have a Kenner, but then I'm like, would I really like to have a Kenner? She'd be so old and delicate. I would just, and I'm not an inbox collector or a shelf collector, you know, like I would probably mess her up. I'd probably ruin her. So I will let the Kenners go to the serious collectors. I wouldn't necessarily mind though, because I love their 70s fashion. I would like to maybe get my hand on like an Ashton Drake reprint of or you know, those anniversary Kenner dolls. Those I would like, but yeah, I'm not quite sure that I'm the right owner. Just like I'm not the right owner of a reborn, like a, you know, artist reborn doll. I am not the right owner of a Kenner. I'll let you have them, Marna. So yeah, I don't, you know, I'm hoping that when I get this room clean, how tired are you guys of me saying that? I did, however, dig into the corner over here to get my air conditioning unit going. But summer is almost here, and my son will have more free time, so I'm going to make that boy, put him to work in here. Oh, you have the ads too? Do you have them displayed like next to your doll? That would be so nice. And also, you know, I've been on this like vintage doll kick, baby doll kick lately, and I'm realizing that I would prefer to have. So I like the Ashton Drake. I like the realistic Ashton Drake dolls a lot because, you know, they're not super high. They're higher end, but they're not like, you know, artist dolls. They look realistic, but they're not like, you know, they're not reborn, but they still look really realistic. I had one up on a Zoom call with my friends who were like, and I showed them and they were like, oh my God, it looks like a real baby. My mom said the same thing. They were shocked at how real it looks. And I'm like, yeah. And this was a busted one. This doll was busted. She has that sunken in cheek, the bad eyes and the bad hair. And they were still shocked at how realistic the doll looked, you know? So to me, that's good enough. And it doesn't have paint that I could chip off. And if it's, you know, it's not, it was a secondhand doll. I can find it on the secondhand doll for under market for like way less than $100. And so I just prefer doing that. Hi, are you guys home?
Did you bring Jeremy your boxes?
I did. Jeremy's package is downstairs. The other two were mine. The other one was mine. It was a present for Mother's Day. Correct. 2 of them were mine. Talking to a teenager. There were 3 packages. 2 of them were mine. Your father's is downstairs from Amazon. We pulled in, the Amazon driver was like pulling up to our house as we were pulling out. And so I stopped and made him bring him into the car because the one box had Mattel on it. And I was, you know, I didn't want the kid. I have a lot of kids in this neighborhood and it's not necessarily, I don't live in a high-end neighborhood either. I don't have high-end dolls and I don't live in a high-end neighborhood. So if you know what I'm saying, sometimes porch pirates are worse than other times. And I personally have only had one, since I've lived here for 15 years, I've only had one package go missing, and it was a doll. And it said it was delivered. So I don't know if it was the delivery company's fault and they gave it to somebody else or if it was stolen. So I don't, you know, the Amazon box could have been anything, but, you know, the Mattel box said Mattel on it, and I was like, yeah, no, that has to come in. So, anyway, I don't know. I would like to find one of those Fashion Friends used out of box for a good price. So I'm going to look. And I was saying that I'm more on this like vintage baby doll kick now. But I've always liked vintage things. And so I don't want to get all the vintage baby dolls in the world. But like some bigger, like, you know, bigger sizes would be nice. I really need to repair my... You guys, I have a Behringer doll here. Let me grab it really quick. So I have this little doll here. I think it's just like a Behringer doll that you can get at the store. I wonder if this outfit would fit my... I wonder if this would fit my 12-inch dolls. This doll is in really good shape, but I'm not attached to it. And I'm wondering if I should, if anybody, do you think like somebody would want this in a giveaway or something? It's very cute. It's just not, I got it like for $8 on, I don't know if it was like where I got it. And I was thinking of maybe trying to do a face up on it. But realistically, that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. And I would rather give it to somebody that would want it. Do you think? And I don't know any little girls around here of the right age. Or do you think? What do you guys think I should do with this doll? Does anybody? Do you think I should? Would there be any interest in it? It's super cute and realistic. Like, I don't know why my mother didn't get me dolls like this when I was little. Look, it could suck its little toe. Yeah, Ashton Drake prices are up. But again, I try to buy everything used, so I don't really have like, I don't know. I mean, she's just a Playline doll, so I don't know if anybody would want her. And she's got the molded hair. I personally like molded hair. I think it's charming. It's not realistic at all, but it's, you know. You would try for this for a giveaway, Tracy? Would you really? Because she's so cute. Look how pretty she is. And she's a good size. She's like, it's just that I want to focus on my so I have my Ashton, like, I don't want to be overwhelmed with baby dolls. I want to make some things for different size dolls, but I have my childhood one that's the little 12-inch. I have my alien one. I have my big American or Ashton Drake girl, and I might get a couple other. I also have this other doll. Let me get it. All right, so no, don't knock over that again. All right, so this baby is like what, 14? Let's hold on. I get so distracted. I'm so ADD. It's not. I am ADD for reals, and then I am very crazy. All right, so this doll is like a 16-inch doll. Really good size. I like how floppy it is. Like, you want to support its head. I really like this doll. I'm just not bonded to it, and I don't think I'm going to play with it, and I don't want to I don't want it to just sit here unloved, I guess is the thing. Yeah, it's really, I think it's in really good shape. I don't think there's anything. I'll have to look it over really quick to make sure there's no tears or anything. And it's pretty clean, and like it feels perfectly clean. It's not greasy. She's so cute. So there's that one I was thinking of getting, giving away. And then there's this doll that I rescued from a garage sale. And I'm thinking of giving him away. This is, oh, your hair's a mess. This big boy is not porcelain, he's vinyl. And he has these adorable overalls on, and he's really a big, chunky boy. If I was to keep this doll, I don't like the eyelashes. It has porcelain doll eyelashes that I don't think are realistic, and I don't like it when they do this. You know, I would rather cut these off and like do my own lashes. He is and he has this, he's like in a train conductor uniform, kind of. And he's really big. He's like a 20 or 22-inch baby. He would be great to make clothes for. He has this little hat. I like his clothing. You could turn it into a girl. Yeah, this was, somebody was selling this because their mother had bought it for the granddaughter, and the granddaughter thought it was creepy and didn't want it. So they were selling it at a garage sale last spring. I can't wait to go garage selling again. And this doll is a this doll is a 2000 Heritage Mint doll. and he's really cuddly, like really squishy. And he's weighted with beans at the bottom, like he's got pellets or beans at the bottom, so he can sit up. And he's got blushing on the top of his feet. His arms, it looks like he's starting to get stained though from this shirt, which I did not notice. I'm gonna take this outfit off of him. Damn it, his shirt is staining him. He's only got wrist. Yeah, he's getting stained. Shit. We're gonna take this off of him right now because what did I just drop? I think I just knocked my ruler off the table. All right, baby, you're getting undressed. You know, he's been in this red shirt for 20 years, so you got to get out of this. So here's what he's looking like. Really nice mobile legs. And these little overalls, which are super cute. They're Velcroed in the back. I was looking for a tag, but poor baby. It's because you're I think nobody would play with you. You were just going to be on display. All right, and this shirt it's like a little crop top, and it's going to have to come off like over his head, I think. Yeah, I'm sure this wasn't cheap, right? Originally, I don't know. So, do you think anybody would be interested in this doll as a giveaway? Even though his arms got, oh shit, his neck is a little stained too from this shirt. Damn it. So somebody would need to treat him with Oxy and rescue him. And this shirt is no longer going to be on him. I mean, he's like, they took very good care of this doll. They didn't, you know, I'm sure they just had it on display. But I rescued him because nobody was buying him at the garage sale, and I couldn't stand to see him just sitting there alone. But again, it's not I'm not a porcelain. I felt that I could fix him when I bought him. I was thinking, well, he's a really good size, and when I was holding him, he's super cuddly, and he sits nice, you know, like, but that damn red shirt, it might have made his clothes just slightly pink, but look, he would need an Oxy treatment. No, it's okay. I'm at like 450 subscribers, and I would much rather give away a doll to somebody who wants it than sell the doll. And then, like, I don't know. I don't know. This doll, like I said, I think if you got rid of those eyelashes and put glued on real falsies, but then cut them nice and short, this would be a cute doll. And he's super cuddly. And because he's vinyl, you know, you could repaint him if you wanted to, and try to reborn him. I'll check shipping costs. But it's okay. I mean, if I have to spend $20 to... Look, the doll community, I've gotten so many awesome... I've gotten so much support when I was sick, and I owe so many people that have been so nice to me Happy Mail that it doesn't bother me to do a giveaway, and it's not like, you know, and then give back with the shipping, because so many people have been so nice to me, and I'm, you know, usually broke, but I'm sure my husband would support me and help me pay for the shipping for a giveaway. I just want to make sure that like somebody would actually want the doll. Like if there was interest, do you think people would want these dolls? Because I don't, I don't really watch anybody that collects. Like in our group, there aren't that many people that, if they do it, they don't show it. Collect. I think this doll would look so much cuter as a girl, don't you? That's okay. Marna, I don't like the amount of money, the amount of Happy Mail that you send out is so ridiculously generous. And you spend so much on mail every year. I can't even imagine. But if I do this every once in a while as a giveaway, I couldn't do it like every week or every month but I do have these two dolls that I'm not connecting with. Yeah, I would definitely make this a girl. Look how cute. You put a little bow on. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have one of those over here? That would be worth it to me to give it. I just don't know if like our doll community would be interested in this doll, especially since unfortunately I didn't realize because I had never checked. I just bought the doll and I hadn't ever looked under here to see if it was stained. Like now I'm sad. She has a little mark here. I mean, it's not in perfect condition, It's like there's a little fuzz trying to seep out over that zip tie. I mean, but, it is a heritage doll, and it could be a good project doll for somebody. I mean, I don't know. And I don't even know if I'd get a lot of viewers. I would probably have to like request you guys to help me like shout out that I'm doing the giveaway. I think I do. Oh, here they are. Let's try this. I can bully my husband into helping me out with the shipping and pay him back later when I get my commission money in. Hold on. I mean, even as a girl, I think those overalls would be cute with like a pink top underneath it or something. So much cuter as a girl than that boy. Then you wouldn't even need to get rid of the eyelashes if you didn't want. I just don't like I said, I just don't like how, I mean, they're perfectly good and they're in great condition. It's just my taste. This is very porcelain doll eye collector, and it's not realistic. It goes down too far, and, I would trim them and cut out the whatever. But yeah, she's so good, and, all right, well then, maybe I'll do that. I don't want to, I'm not sure how big she is. Wonder if I could find something to put her in to ship her. Like a baby outfit. Garage, I could go to Walmart, or garage season is coming up, and I mean, it's sad that she's not full legged or 3/4 legs. She's just at the, calf and the forearm, but her face is cute. Her body's great. She's weighted. She has weight in her limbs here. She has I can feel the beans in her arms. In the elbows. She's weighted at the butt. Her legs have weight. So she, without being a reborn, she has that cuddly reborn factor. And I just don't, a lot of people in our community don't show porcelain dolls or collectible baby dolls. And it's a lot of fashion doll collectors, and if they do have those dolls, it's usually reborns. It's not usually other types of dolls. Now, had this doll been a porcelain doll, I would not have bought it. I wouldn't have rescued it from the garage sale because I would be afraid I would ruin it. But maybe I can find her a long sleeve pink shirt, and I would give this to the seller, but I would advise not to. I mean, just keep it for posterity, but I would advise not to put it on the doll. Yeah, maybe a pink. What do you think? Should I get a pink shirt for her with long sleeves and then some socks and put her back in this? I'll put her back in that, and then I'll do a giveaway. I'll give them both away, but not at the same time because that would be way too expensive. And then we'll see. She has a mark there. That might come off with a magic eraser on her leg. And here on her feet, but that's because she was stored without socks and shoes, so she just has some wear marks like that. I think either Oxy or a magic eraser might get rid of those. And looks like her head turns from side to side. Yeah. Her arms have full motion. Oh, you have some porcelain. I think they're beautiful. I just, again, I just know they're going to get knocked. I'm like a bull in a china shop, my husband says. So even if, so yeah, that's like last on my list. She's a cutie patootie. She's a vintage girl. He, she, they, whatever mommy wants them to be. Cuter as a girl. I would hate to break them. I have 2 porcelain dolls here that are smaller and they're in their boxes, and the only reason I got them is because they were literally $5 each, and they're Ashton Drake, and they were at the top shelf of a Goodwill on the very edge and just about to fall over, and I was like, no. So I took them home, but they're in boxes, so they should be okay. All right, well, thanks for the advice on these. I'll think about doing a giveaway soon. I'll do a giveaway video. I don't want to hoard dolls that I don't need or don't connect with, you know? Like, I feel like, yeah, those kind of dolls are more like decor, right? Like people buy them to put on the bed in the spare bedroom as decor, or, you know, on the shelf just to like them or admire them, or to, I don't know, but again, I'm not an inbox or on the shelf kind of I like to mess around with my dolls, but I'm realizing that I could very well easily fall into hoarderdom, so I need to get rid of, like, keep cycling out the dolls that I don't fall in love with. So, yeah. Yeah, you can't take them down off the shelf and, like, you could make them clothes and redress them. I mean, people did that with composite dolls and, like, paper mache dolls in the 50s and 40s and stuff, but you have to be careful, right? You have to be, like, even more careful with your porcelain dolls and stuff than you do with your reborns, so ain't got time for that. Ain't got time to be careful. Yeah, she's got such a pretty face as a girl. I don't know, she just looked weird as a boy. She's too feminine for a boy, I think. Not that there aren't feminine boys, and not that there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, she just needed to be a girl. You just needed to be a girl. So, all right, yes, garage sale season is coming, and I can't wait. I'm on the hunt for dolls. Who knows what we'll find? Although, you know, in my area, there's nothing. We have something here in northern Indiana, right across the border in Michigan. They have the world's largest garage sale. And it's like along this highway, every house that is like along this highway that's like right, it goes east to west above the border, like up into Chicago, like up into Indiana or Illinois. So it's like an east-west route, and it's like not an interstate, it's a highway. So, you know, it's got a lot of rural and suburban properties along it. Well, people put out, like during this time every year, they do a garage sale, and everybody along the route, mostly everybody, has a garage sale. I mean, hundreds of people. And I love going. I love doing that. I hope we can do it this year. You just get in your car and you drive, and you stop and you drive, and you stop and you drive, and you stop and you drive. See you later, Marna. Thanks for coming. I got to go eat dinner in a minute here. It's 7:30 and I haven't had dinner. But I really appreciate you guys stopping by, seeing my new dolls, talking to me, listening to me with all my various things, giving me advice on these babies. Yeah, and we should all go eat dinner, huh? Oh, dessert for dinner? Yum. I have some chicken from Whole Foods that I'm going to warm up, so. Bye, Marna. So anyway, I'm going to run to I mean, it depends. Like, I haven't really, in times past, I wasn't looking for doll stuff. Um, Thanks, Marna. I was looking for beads and years past, depending on whatever flavor of the month my crafting was. Yarn. I always look for yarn, beads, jewelry to make into, you know, to recycle into stuff. I haven't beaded in a couple years though, since this room got out of control. I was doing bead embroidery for a while, but instead of just like full on beading, but I haven't been doing that either. I haven't really been knitting. So anyway, but I do go, like last summer or last spring when I was out at garage sales before my second surgery, I did pick up some yarn. My husband always looks for records. We do look for like a few household things that we need. We didn't really look at clothes, but I'm thinking I might this year look through like baby clothes and stuff for my Ashton Drake baby doll. Or other like adult clothing I always look for fabric, you know. I found fabric last year. Last year here in town, I found a bunch of Disney princesses that were from the Disney store, not the ones, you know, that had articulated arms and stuff. So, I mean, I just like looking, and it's one of the few things that will get my fat ass out of the house and walk around. So I'm really looking forward to it. But my husband and my son have been so busy on the weekends, and I haven't really seen a lot of signs yet, so I don't think it's peak garage sale season here yet. So, but anyway, all right, so I'm going to sign off, and I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll probably be back in the next couple days with videos on, well, tomorrow I'll have that Ginny video up, and then in the next 2 days or so I'll have that 2-pack Barbie. All right, I'm going to go eat and go look at your video, Tracy, if I can find my mouse. My key, here it is. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.